Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It is time, it is time, it is time. Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast, is here to bring you another exclusive interview here, which, by the way, you can only find it first. And I just want to say, before I even bring my guests on board here, just want to say for everybody during this Thanksgiving holiday, hoping that everyone is well. Who am I? Once again, my name is Sean White, founder and creator of Transformation Greatness, in which, by the way, is all about motivating, encouraging, and inspiring the masses. And with that, I'm going to be bringing on board our very special guest here. She is someone that is truly a serial entrepreneur. And if you've been following me for quite some time, you know that I love to give other small business entrepreneurs an opportunity to really showcase their talents and to really. So as you're coming on board, do me a favor, if you will. If you catch this on the live, put in hashtag live. Let us know exactly on where you're tuning in from. And if you should happen to catch this on a replay, by all means, put in hashtag replay. My guest tonight is someone that has been a serial entrepreneur. She is someone that actually, when I spoken with her, it was an absolute joy and just an honor and a privilege just to be able to extract information and learn more about this individual. And during the interview, ladies and gentlemen, you will hopefully be able to unlock certain things, and also to listen to her story. It'll just be through the art of perseverance and just really having that bounce back. And this is going to be something that's very, very exciting. So I'm going to bring her on board as well. And also do me a favor too. If you've been following me for quite some time, if you find any value whatsoever from this interview, please feel free to put a comment in. Let us know if this resonates with you. And also as well, please go ahead and like and share this out to all your respective platforms. So with no further ado, hailing all the way from New Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, my very special guest here, Miss Michele Barnhouse. Welcome once again to the podcast.
Hey, great to be here. Had a little trouble with my phone rotation there, but I'm here.
And it's all good. It's all good. So, Michele, let's go ahead and get started because I know it's the holidays. I know, probably have like loved ones that's there. First and foremost, I definitely appreciate you for even coming on board and deciding to do the podcast. And when we had that audio interview, it was an absolute joy, right? A lot of great information that you shared. But
Yeah.
for the listening audience, if you can just let them know just a little bit about yourself before we go ahead and get started.
Um, well, my name is Michele Barnhouse. Again, thank you, Sean, for having me here. And yes, we had a great conversation the other day, right? Went off topic, but that's okay. Um, I have a lot of experience in the online world, and I have finally found, at the age of 53, my place in the world, right? So I'm excited to talk about that tonight with everybody.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So if you could tell the listener audience, how long have you been in the industry? Because you are a serial entrepreneur from what I discovered.
Yeah, I've been in the online world a long time, over 18 years actually. And most of that has been network marketing. I've seen a few sides of crypto, some affiliate marketing, and like I said, now I am presently doing digital marketing.
Awesome, awesome. As a side note, I'm just curious, just for myself, Michele, and I'm not quite too certain if I asked you this question, but if I did, I apologize. But what inspired you to really get into the entrepreneurial space? Because there's a lot of people that want to become an entrepreneur, but yet they are either hesitant or they feel like, oh, you know what, I gotta have this certain things correct. I gotta have all these ducks in a row before I become an entrepreneur. So what inspires you to really
Well,
jump into the field?
well, back when I started, I think it. I mean, I'm not saying it was just starting, but it was 2004. I was young. The main reason at that time was I was commuting to work in crazy traffic at that time. And I kind of am a homebody. Sure, I like to go out when I want to go out, but typically I like to be home, and I did not want to be stuck in traffic for a good part of the day. And so that's kind of what got me into the work at home space, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was very new, you know. I mean, I kind of self-taught in a lot of ways. I go hunt for answers and knowledge, and YouTube's my friend. And yes, I've purchased courses along, throughout the years. And I'm always looking for nuggets, tips, and tricks. And so between 2004 and today, I have acquired quite a few. So seasoned, yes, that's me.
Excellent, excellent. For all those that's tuned in, welcome aboard once again to Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast. We are interviewing serial entrepreneur, Miss Michele Barnhouse. Michelle, you said something very interesting too. Since you've been in the industry for about 18 years, so obviously you've seen a lot of different trends. You've seen a lot of companies. You've seen a lot of flash in the pants. Here today, going
So
tomorrow, so to speak. But
many.
yet, but yet you're still here. I'm curious, and my question is going to tie in as far as what I see in the background. Wonder Woman. When you are conducting business, do
Mhm.
you truly adopt that mantra of Wonder Woman? And where exactly did that come from as well?
Well, this is a corny story, but yeah, I love the TV show Wonder Woman. That was my deal. And this is very embarrassing since it's live and everybody's going to see this. But at night I literally had like a digital board on my wall, fake. It was all mysterious. Anyway, and I would put in an order every night for that outfit to be sitting next to my bed in the morning. It never came, but that's okay. And in school, I skipped second grade. So when I was in third grade, I was quite a bit taller than everybody. And so they actually actually were falling for it. And we had this hill, and I would twirl off the hill. And honestly, my classmates, you know, kind of thought it might be true. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I've always loved Wonder Woman. Yep.
Cool, cool,
Yep.
cool. We want to welcome here Tammy Morrison, my soul sister. Welcome, welcome. She says, yes, this is a great
Hey,
conversation.
Tammy.
We have here brother Spencer Bell in the house. What's going on, my friend?
Hi,
Happy
Spencer.
holidays to everyone as well, by the way. And we thank you so much for tuning in.
Yep.
Michelle, what would you say is your brand or your niche, as a lot of people would like to say?
Yeah. My personal identity serves as my brand right now. So, kind of interestingly enough, I used to brand small businesses, build Facebook pages. I knew the value of cross branding across all platforms, keeping the same name and all that good stuff.
Correct.
So that I kind of did, but I really never put my brand out front of what I was doing. Didn't realize, I guess, I don't know, that I wasn't doing that for myself. So, for instance, if I was in a network marketing company, I would throw my link to them. The company would be the face and not me.
Right.
And, yes, a lot of years have gone by, live and learn. That's what we do. So now I am branding myself in front of everything. And then this is all the stuff I do, for instance. So,
Exactly. You know something, Michelle, you raise a great point. And this is something which I even learned as well over the course of the years because I was like that as well, right? Like basically any company I was involved in, I would be like gung ho as far as for that company, right? And I'd
yeah,
be, oh my goodness, I did so many mistakes. Wow. Like I used to like literally throw links and I mean like literally I was just doing a bunch of mistakes.
yeah,
Well, at the same token, it was something which I didn't know. So by you really branding yourself and by the opportunities become an extension of you, now you're truly branding yourself versus the other way around because just like we mentioned, companies come and they go just that fast.
that's
And
true.
so what you stated was very, very profound. What would you say, Michelle, that will be like some of your either products or services or your specialties? Because you have a lot. Got
I do. This might be a little long. I
go for
try to
it.
kind of
Go
organize
for
it.
it. Go for it.
My first actual dip into well, no, not the online, but the digital realm, okay, was in 2021. I actually created an Apple Android phone app for pet owners. It's kind of like an emergency app so that if the pet owner doesn't make it home in time, someone is alerted to go check on the pet. Okay. I needed it for myself, which is why I created it.
Okay.
And it was just super important. I'm like, instead of bugging some relatives to be on the alert all day long, I'd rather have an app to do it, right? So that they can live their life and I can live mine independently. So I did create that in 2021. The next thing I did was I did establish a very small presence, but I was dipping my toe on Amazon KDP with some digital products I created. And then more recently, I created a comprehensive training course, which I purchased and then I resell it now. And it's basically aimed to equip others for all those valuable digital marketing skills. And I'm telling you right now, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, you see it everywhere. It is a hot thing. But not only that, it's a skill that you can work it just in 2 hours a day. So if you're looking for a little extra travel or side money, great. Or if you're looking to replace your income, it can do that free. So I love that aspect of it, but I'm gaining a lot of skills. And then I'm actively creating a digital store online so that because I love Canva and I love to create, so I'm looking to create a store where I can sell my digital digital products that I create.
So you mean something like how the way it's set up like with Etsy or Spotify, something like that,
Well,
or
Shopify, right? I know what you're saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, something similar, but of course it'll be my own site so that you don't have to deal with fees or getting banned or some crazy stuff that goes on, right? Um, but yeah, I'm again with being in front of the brand, it'll just be listed as one of the things I do. And so as you get to know me out there on social media, you'll learn that I make these digital products and that I also have a course if you want to learn how to, for example, I'll have that hand in hand. So
Wow, that's pretty cool, Michelle, because I know a lot of people that watches this broadcast. They may not say anything, but I'm pretty sure as they're watching, they're probably like, "Man, you know what? That's pretty dope." So if Michelle does that, they're probably wondering, well, how much do you charge to create that? Do you have any set prices, or is it something which that it's on a case by case basis?
because I haven't created the store yet.
Okay.
I'm thinking on the digital products, they're going to be kind of law of abundance aligned. So
Okay.
they may have prices like 11.11, 22.22, 44.44. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for on the products prices.
Right.
The course has its own price and there's four options on that one. So yeah, but I'll be creating a wide array and hopefully maybe even a digital course at some point. That's kind of the bigger one of the bigger goals. So no.
Absolutely. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that's just tuning in here, welcome once again to Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast. We are interviewing serial entrepreneur Miss Michele Barnhouse. Michelle, let me ask you this. What are some of your long-term goals as far as with your brand? What are you looking to accomplish in the near future?
Well, as I continue to enhance my expertise in this field here, as I learn more and kind of feel like an expert, I would like to do training personally. One of my visions is to create a membership group so that I can provide additional training
Yeah,
modules, but
yeah,
also creating products that the members can then resell. So obviously they take the course, they learn how to
right.
do it, but some people just want to jump in and buy the course, buy products to sell themselves.
Right.
And then, I have other ideas twirling around in here, but I enjoy mentorship as well a lot. I'm on Zooms all the time doing trainings and stuff. So if the opportunity to do it, speaking locally or training locally, you know, that's a consideration I'm kind of putting out there too.
And you know something, Michelle, what I've learned in this space, and this is so beautiful, is that when you are willing to invest into yourself, right, and develop your skill set, and you are very consistent as far as on what you do,
Yeah.
one of the things in which that I've learned is that the right people will see that and they will be willing to help you. I'm a prime example of that because I think about it at times too that if I would have stopped years ago of just not perfecting my gifts, which is like through speaking. If I would have just quit and said, well, you know what, no one's really listening, Michelle, like why bother, right? I'm only getting maybe one like or two likes, right? Maybe one person's watching every now and then. If I was had that mentality and quit, no way possible would I be a part of Small Business Network. No way possible would I have been able to do a number of keynote presentations,
Right.
right? So my point in saying that, folks, right, and Michelle already knows this, so I'm speaking to an expert. But for
Yeah.
you guys, it's very important for you to continue to pursue what is it that you want to do. And I believe it all boils down to, in the words of the late and great Bob Proctor, what is it that you truly want? Forget all the surface stuff. Forget all the houses, cars, make a fat bank account. Yeah, we all got that, right? That's surface stuff. But what is it that you truly, truly want? And would you agree, Michelle, that a lot of people really don't know what they want, but they think they know what they want? Is that a
I would definitely agree with that. I feel that if people would maybe take a moment to do an inflection, a reflection, write down their goals because goals change. So goals you may have made 2 years ago, you say, okay, well, I wrote down my goals 2 years ago, but you may look at them and realize that you may have hit some by now, or they're not your goals anymore.
exactly?
Okay. But if somebody would just take that personal evaluation, and why wouldn't you? Like, I mean, because again, if you don't know what you want, nobody else knows either. So, everything you want to achieve is out there. We have as much time as Beyonce, I saw in a quote, right? Like, we can do as much as any other successful person out there. So, make yourself number one, and then you can do so much for others. That's just the way I look at it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this has been an amazing interview, Michelle. And I'm just curious, if people were to look back at this and they're like, man, you know what? I would love to get a hold of Michelle because clearly she has something that I believe I can benefit from, but I have no idea on how to get a hold of her. How can I get a hold of you?
Best way is email, and it's topdogbranding@gmail.com.
Okay. Definitely make sure once that this podcast is over with that you put that as far as in the comment
All
section,
right, I'll do that.
and also to any of the social media handles that you may
Oh, yeah.
have, Ms. Michelle, that'd be fantastic. One last question, and then I'm gonna let you go. It's something in which I love to do, as far as with my guests, which is called devil's advocate. Are you familiar with that by any
I
chance?
know what it means. Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool. So we're gonna have a little fun here, Michelle. So
ready.
basically, it goes a little something like this. There's always people or that one individual that's going to watch this either right now or maybe next 5 minutes or tomorrow or maybe the next year. And they're going to be like, okay, you know what? This is a great interview. I got a lot of great value. Michelle, you're doing great stuff. Sean, you're doing great stuff. And I hear you guys, but, I'm not there, right? I got to wait till I get all my ducks in a row. You guys don't understand. I got like four, four kids. I'm a wife, a mom. I got a lot of responsibilities. Yeah, I got goals and aspirations. Yeah, I got an idea or two. I got a couple of skills, but I want to wait until at least the kids get out of high school, right? I want to wait until we caught up on our mortgage. I want to wait until fill in the blank. I would like for you to, Miss Michelle, if you will, for the next 5 minutes, I want you to put on your Wonder Woman cap or cape. And I want you to speak in front of that camera to that person that would basically everything in which I just mentioned, they would have told you in front. For 5 minutes, I want you to talk to that person. And what would you say to that individual, Miss Michelle? Take it away.
I would say that I'm 53 and I've dug my heels in and, neglected to do a lot of things I should have done. And while learning, that's great. But I wish I hadn't waited on a lot of things, right? So it's always the case of thinking that you don't have the time. Again, like I said, you have as much time as any other successful person who has kids, as a mom, and does all these busy things as well. And time is what we can't get back. So I feel like it's always better, instead of saying, I don't know if I can, is saying, I wish I could have. You know what I mean? Like, don't regret it on the back end. Same with vacations and all of those things. Don't say, next year, next year, next year, because you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have had those memories and everything. And if your goal is to leave your 9 to 5, if that is your goal, it's not everybody's goal, and we need workers out there. I'm not saying that you have to be an entrepreneur. You don't, okay? But if that is your goal, you can start earning or learning skills to earn what you need to earn to become, like, an entrepreneur, so that you can spend more time with your family. Now, they said, I mean, I don't have kids, and God forbid, I don't have kids. I have puppy dogs, but they said that the average time you have with your kids is 20, well, equals 20 years, because you have, with most on average. So you have 18 years, and then you have the rest of it is all like vacations, like 1 week for 20 years or something.
Right.
Like when you look back at that, it's like, oh my God. My mom said that to me, and she made me move in with her for the rest of her life. No, just kidding. But like, seriously, you have to really think about how important time is and what you want to do with that time and make memories.
There it is. I couldn't have said it any better than that. I'm just trying to see, does anybody have any questions here? We have here Eddie watching. Hey, what's going on, Eddie, man? Hey, I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm just trying to see if anybody has any questions, which I'm very curious about that, because normally when I watch a podcast interview, especially something that's very powerful and a person is really sharing some knowledge, I'm the type of person, I like asking questions, because it allows for me to grow and develop as far as an entrepreneur. Cool. And yes, Brother Spencer says, yes, time is very important. Yeah, because it's something that we can't get back. Once it's lost, that's it.
Yeah.
So awesome, awesome. Michelle, you have anything else you'd like to leave for the listener audience before we wrap things up?
Only just take action. If there's anything niggling in your mind that you want to do, I don't care if it's traveling, you want to learn a new skill, I don't care. We have people up to 80 years old learning new skills, right? Do not think that you can't do it. You may not have the skill, because a skill can be learned. It's just, don't put it off. Take action.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to know more information about Michelle and how you can get a hold of her, of course, you can follow her here on Facebook. Also, you're going to reach out to her in email as well if you have any questions, any inquiries. She's going to leave as far as her email contact information in the comment section. So definitely, please feel free to reach out. And as I mentioned, please leave us a review or a comment if anything in which that we stated either resonated or even spark some ideas. That the more feedback we get, the better. So with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this. For anyone that's watching this, if you are a small base entrepreneur and you would like, as far as a spotlight, to share more about your message, your story, your brand, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to have you on the broadcast. Also, in addition as well, if TV and radio is something in which that you've always been intrigued about, and you would love as far as to see on how you can have a channel built for you, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us. And we have many other goodies and great things in store, from a plethora of just amazing and knowledgeable individuals such as myself and also Michelle. Thank you very much. I definitely do appreciate you. Enjoy the
Thank
rest of
you.
your evening. And this concludes the holiday edition episode of Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast, along with my special guest here, Michele Barnhouse. And we're going to end this segment like we do all of our others. And if what we stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, may God be the glory. We take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you're all amazing. Thank you all for the time. By His grace and mercy, look forward to seeing you all on the next episode. Happy holidays, everyone. Have a good night.